Hey everyone, Happy New Year to you all. I want to wish you all a fantastic evening ahead, no matter where you are in the world. I'm sure you're going to go out and enjoy yourself and have fun. So I just want to take this opportunity to wish you all a very happy new year. So, what's the video about? Well, over the last 12 months, I've had an incredible journey. It's been amazing. A lot of highs, some very deep lows, but it's been a fun journey. It's been a fantastic learning curve and something that I've just had to go through. And fortunately, I'm still here at the other side. So I want to go back, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each month and I've picked out one video that in particular I enjoyed doing, and I'll explain why, and we can have a look back at it and just to see what it was all about. But before we go into that, I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody. I know it sounds a bit corny sometimes, but I genuinely from my heart mean this. You know, we've just had such a journey together. It's been incredible. It's been an amazing journey, something that I would never ever have dreamed of being able to achieve, let alone do it. You know, so I can't do anything more than just say a huge thank you to everybody. For those of you that support me in the YouTube channel and the subscribers, those of you that use Discord, I will talk about this later on regarding the new website and what you can expect to get from that. But I just want to say a massive thank you to you all guys. It really has been, like I say, just an incredible, incredible journey. So, we'll get the boring bit out of the way. Let's talk about facts. So what's happened in the last year? Well, I've created 365 videos. And when I say it, I giggle to myself because I think, Jesus, that's like, I do generally do a video a day, or I do 2 live streams, but I've done 365 videos, which I think in fairness, you know, I put a shift in. And I'm not banging my own drum. I'm not trying to get any, oh, well done, Trevor, and that rubbish, but I'm just saying I do put a shift in. And what those 365 videos have accumulated to is 10.9 million views. And I giggle because it just doesn't sound real, does it? It's just like 10.9 million people have been subjected to looking at this. Sorry, guys. I mean, I really am. I do apologise. And what's worse is some of you come back day after day just to get a refresher. I mean, come on, what are you doing, guys? I think maybe next year I'm going to get a green screen and try and put like Brad Pitt over my head or something like that. But 10.9 million views. I mean, that's just phenomenal. And we've actually had 32,800 new subscribers during the last 12 months. So if those of you that have subscribed to the channel, thank you so much, guys. I really can't thank you enough. It's been amazing. So let's go back. So 12 months ago, January, well, not 12 months ago because we're in December now, aren't we? But nearly 12 months ago. In January, I did a video there with Marissa. Now, who remembers Marissa? Marissa owned a VIP massage shop in SUKHUMVIT. Lovely, lovely lady. She was so nervous on camera. And she's like, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to say. I said, don't worry. I said, I'm as nervous as you are, so it's okay, don't worry. We can just, you know, we'll crack on together. Since then, and you may have seen a video that's coming out. I don't know if it's out yet. See, I do so many videos, I don't know whether it's published or not. But anyway, there is a video. Either I've published it or it's about to be published. And she's now got her 3rd. Yes, you heard me right. She's got her 3rd VIP massage shop, and this one is up in Pattaya, which is central Pattaya Road. So she's gone from strength to strength over the last 12 months. You know, a lot of businesses have been finding it very tough, and she's just expanded. She's now got 3 VIP massage shops. So, you know, fair play to her. And I remember, you know, she's a lovely, lovely, generally down-to-earth person. And she always welcomes you with a big smile. She's like, hi, how are you doing? And so if you are looking for a massage, she has two VIP massage shops in SUKHUMVIT. One's a bit, there's the, hang on, let me just think now. I've lost my now. Right, so one's a bit further down towards the market, and the other one is up by Tree Town, and the new one is in Pattaya. I've lost my words today, I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, but that's where it is. So that was January. These videos, they're not like the best of the best. They're just ones that I particularly enjoyed doing. I look back and think, yeah, that was good fun. But yeah, did you watch that video? And all these videos I mentioned, I will put the links in the description down below. So all the links to each individual video, if you want to go back and have a look, they are there. February. Now, I remember at the time, there was a thing going on in YouTube where there was a lot of very busty ladies that were out there doing their thing, and people were climbing over each other to get interviews with them and all the rest of it, trying to get their views up. Well, I see my style. Now, she's lovely, stunning, stunning girl. And, you know, yeah, if she fell down, she'd bounce straight up again, that kind of, you know. Anyway, what a lovely girl. What an absolute diamond girl. She was so fun to be with and to do the videos. And She contacted me and said, hey Trev, how you doing? Like, could we do a video together and could we go down onto the beach and do the video? I've got to be honest with you, I was actually nervous because, you know, when I do videos, when I do the interviews with people, I tend to get a feel for what I can expect. You know, a lot of guys have got a lot of life stories, and I'm sure you've enjoyed some of the interviews I've done. But with her, I had no idea what to expect. And yeah, she was just full of life. She was just so much fun. And it really did put me at ease interviewing, you know, attractive girls. Because at the end of the day, you know, you've got to keep your eyes focused and don't look down, keep focused, and all that kind of stuff. But it was great fun. And she's gone on, I think she's now up to, where is she now? She's up to about 22,000 subscribers, something like 28,000. Yeah, she was just great fun. And it was my introduction to sort of interviewing girls and just getting the hang of things. And, you know, I'll talk about it at the end, but moving forward, these kind of videos are going to be more and more available to you once I get the new website. March, 22nd of March, I sat down with an incredible guy. And, you know, we all look back in time and say, oh yeah, I remember this and I remember that. Well, I interviewed BJ. He's even got a soy named after him, Soy BJ. He's got the BJ residence, BJ Hotel and Residence. He's been here 50 years. Yep, yeah. And he explained, he just talks, I'm going to go back and see him again because he just shared so many incredible memories that he had. Things like when there used to be a huge tree in the middle of Walking Street and his friend was getting a speedboat, wanted to put his boat into the water, couldn't get to the water, so they cut the tree down and they were in massive trouble, all these kind of things. And he's just such a chilled out, relaxed, nice guy. He's got his hotel, I think it's either Soy 2 or Soy 3, I think Soy 3 off memory. But yeah, you know, go and see him. He's absolutely lovely. He always has his breakfast in his hotel in the morning, so if you do want to pop down and see him in the mornings, that's where you're going to find him. But yeah, it was just, you know, I've only got a handful of memories. I've only been here 10 years, but he has been here 50 years, and some of the stuff he was telling me. And he's got a big display of photos in the foyer where you check in. Just even if you're not checking in, just go and have a cup of coffee and stand in the foyer and look at all the photos. And these are photos that are not necessarily shared on the internet, anything like that. It's personal photos. And he's got some great ones. He's got some like when he took one like 50 years ago and what it is today. It's amazing. So go down and see him. It really was a fantastic video. If you watched it, hopefully you found it interesting. But what a guy. I mean, what a guy. His memory was just fantastic. April. So it was quite weird because I've known Dean from the dive bar. He's a lovely guy, really nice guy, generally open and honest. And we're good friends. And he's got the dive bar in Soy Chayapoon. And the dive bar's got a very good reputation. You know, it's a really good place. If you're coming out here, do pop in, go and say hello, guys. It really is nice. Pool table, lots of girls. And you'll know about the one person I have spoke about, which is Beer. And yes, she is mentioned in a bit further on. But what Dean did was, Dean said to me, look, Trev, I'm going to build a new bar called The Vault. And it's opposite the dive bar. And he was very kindly offered to share the entire journey with me. And I've got to be honest with you, man, he had a tough time. And we kept the series going throughout the year to the point where we are right now. And that is that the Vault has come to a halt. So the Vault is now ceased operation. He's just going to let it sit there until next year. And he's going to start up again and try and get it finished. And he's had a lot of problems, particularly with the builders. The first one were his Thai builders that he'd used for small jobs in the dive bar that just couldn't take the workload in the new bar and all the design changes and everything. Then he got another builder in, and that kind of didn't really work out. So now he's at a stalemate. But the thing that I really enjoyed with Dean was he was totally upfront with all his costs, all the goods, all the bads, all the things that were happening, how it's affected him, you know, how it affected him in the dive bar. And I found the journey that we went on really interesting. And, you know, although I've got the buzzing bar, let's just be up clear about this. I have not got a single penny invested. That's all Stephen's bar. I'm the brand, Stephen's the finances. And that's where we've always kept it. And it works well. It works nicely. And Stephen's now sharing the new journey, which is called Cat Flaps, which is a gentleman's club, which is opening up in Pattaya. And you can watch that series coming up. But yeah, I mean, regarding the Vault, I mean, some of the problems that he went through was just, you know, these are things that we just don't see. And so for me, I found that really interesting because you'd go in, well, how about this then, Dean? Oh man, this, and how about that then? Oh, this. Whereas we just walk in as customers and the bar's finished. We don't really understand or see what's gone on previously before they open their doors. So I found that really, really interesting. In May, I had the very lovely opportunity that my wife came down to spend some time with me, and we went over to Koh Samet. Now, right here we have Koh Larn, which is across the road there. So go down to Ballyhigh Pier. Now, Koh Larn is nice. I always say to go over the other side of the island. Don't go to the main beach; it's just horrific. But go over the far side of the island, and trust me, it's beautiful. Koh Samet is a different gravy altogether. I mean, it really is. It's just a fantastic island. It's about I think it's about 45 minutes in a taxi. The taxi cost me 700 baht to get to the ferry point. Then you go over to Koh Samet. Koh Samet is a national park. If you come here on holiday and you're here for like 3 weeks, guys, please do yourself a favor and have a couple of nights. It's literally 45 minutes down the road on the ferry, across the ferry into Koh Samet. It's a beautiful, beautiful island. It's not a nightlife scene like full on like we got here, anything like that. It's just beautiful beaches. And it really is a fantastic island. It's a great place to chill out and relax. And you know, it's not expensive, and you can go over, even if you just go for a couple of days, you know, 45 minutes up, over, spend the night, spend the next day, spend the next night, come back, you've had a great time, and trust me, you'll enjoy it. It's a beautiful, beautiful island. And I was very fortunate, you know, my wife came down to see me, and we went down there and we spent 3 nights there. It was just, well, in fact, actually, this is my point. We actually wanted to stay for 2, but we were having such a nice time. I said, no, we'll stay for another night and we'll go back because obviously I have my work commitments. So I really enjoy Koh Samet. Koh Samet is just an island that for some reason, despite the fact it's so close, yeah, it just seems so far away in your memory or in your mind in terms of going there. And if you've been to Koh Samet, guys, please, you know, drop your comment below. What did you think of Koh Samet? For me, it's a no-brainer. It's absolutely beautiful. And I will be going next year to Koh Kud. I will go to Koh Chang, and I am going to go to Koh Samui. The reason I'm not going right now is I've heard some really bad reports about Koh Samui in terms of the fact that it's mostly shut and there's not a lot going on, and they're just ramping the price up because it's Christmas. But Koh Kud and Koh Chang, again, they're 2 places I've been to that I really want to go, and I'm definitely going to show you Koh Kud. And those of you that know about Koh Kud will be sitting there going, no, please don't do it, because it's very, very often overlooked and missed off your agenda. And it is a Robinson Crusoe style, beautiful, beautiful island. So I will cover that. Now, when my wife came down, we went back up home. I went back up home. So in June, I shared what it's like living up in the village. And I'll do another video soon. At the time of you watching this video, I will be up in the village. And I will do some different videos. I want to do a video of the journey to get there on the bus. That's definitely something different. But I went home and I thought, well, you know what, let me share with you what it's like to live in the village. And, you know, again, guys, obviously it's very difficult because the situations surrounding you will be the ones that dictate whether or not you go. But if you're with somebody that you spent a bit of time with and you feel comfortable and confident with, always try out the village life. It's just something that you can tick off your list and say, do you know what, I've been up there, I lived in a wigwam, I slept on the floor, I peed in a hole, and I ate insects. And, you know, at least you can do that and say, yeah, I've done that. I've been there, got the t-shirt, and I've done it. But the village life is certainly, for me, it's very humbling. You know, back in the UK when I lived in London, living in a big city house, all that rubbish, you know, fast cars, blah, blah, blah. When you go up in the village, it is such a different lifestyle. It's incredible. It's like going back in time like 100 years. It really is. It's just so, what's the word I'm looking for, where it calms you down? It's so, not enlightening. Well, it is enlightening. I don't, you know me and my words. I'm crap with my words. But anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. When you go up there, it's just so peaceful, so tranquil, and it's just like, wow, this is so different. You know, they walk around in their pajamas. They don't have any bars. They don't have any restaurants. They don't have nightclubs unless you're close to a city centre. You know, in these villages, none of that stuff exists. You don't get any international beers. You only get Changleo and Singha and Lao Khao. You know, it's just such a great way of life. And I really do recommend, if you've got someone you feel confident and comfortable with, to go back up to her village and spend a couple of days. Worst case scenario, the worst case scenario is if you go up there and it goes pear-shaped and you really just can't adjust, there should be somewhere nearby a city where you can get a hotel. And if there's not, well, just come back. Again, you know, it's something you can try. Did you enjoy it? Yes. Did you enjoy it? No. What did you do? I just came back. It's not, but I really enjoyed the videos of showing you the village, and I will do some more. And what I plan to do, again, when I talk about travel videos, I want to go to some random places I've never been to and just explore them. Just say, look, I know, let's go. You know what I'm like in my videos. None of my videos are pre-planned. I just wander around and suddenly things happen. July. July was a fantastic month for many, many reasons, but the most enjoyable part of July was Lita. Now, if you don't know about Lita, Lita is a ladyboy. She's a very good friend of mine. I've known Lita, good 2-3 years now. Absolutely lovely person. And she very kindly sat down with me, and we ticked off a lot of the taboo questions, about do you still have a willy and all these kind of things, and what made you choose, and how did your family react, how did your friends react, all these kind of questions that she had to endure, she had to go through. And yeah, I know the ladyboy scene has a bit of a stigma, like you either like it or you don't like it, and some of you are a bit confused, some of you just need to have a little dabble and see whether it is for you and all that kind of stuff. I get that, it's not a problem. Nobody judges you. If you walked up to me and said, mate, I would shake your hand and say, no dramas, my friend, it really doesn't matter, because it doesn't. All this stuff only matters back home. But she was brilliant. Lita was just fantastic. And very, very honest and very, very open with us. And it's a really interesting interview. Like I say, all these videos, the links are down below if you want to pick out anyone and watch them. But she was really good fun. And as a consequence of that, she got comfortable on camera, and now Lita's happy to come on camera, and she's going to do some challenges. She's going to be doing some challenges with Ian. And you've probably seen them. I think that one's been out now, so you might have seen that one. But there's more to come in the future. But, it was just really interesting to sit there and to listen to her journey and her pathway and all the things that, she had some issues as well where people were not so kind to her and all the rest of it. But I found that very, very interesting. What I didn't find interesting was in August, because in August I had to do the zip wire. Now, a long time ago we were talking about challenges, and I was challenged to do the parachute jump, and I was challenged to do the zip wire. Now, I have very, very high blood pressure, and I'm not allowed to do the parachute jump right now. I'm hopefully, fingers crossed, in the first 3 months of next year, I will do it. I'm aiming, my blood pressure is slowly coming down. But what I could do, which I don't understand why, because it put my blood pressure through the roof, was I could do the zip line, which I did. And, the actual coming down was boring, if I'm being honest. It was like, oh yeah, it's a nice view. And it was so controlled, it was so slack, so easy. But the stepping off, and it got to me when the guy said to me, you need to hold on with 2 hands. Well, I had a camera in mind. I'm like, why? I said, I'm harnessed. No, you got to go. I'm like, oh my God. And so I tried to hook my elbow in. He's saying, no, can I have to hold your hand? I'm thinking, well, one hand is not going to hold my body weight. And it really was a bit of mind over matter. We did it, and it was good fun. But I have to say, from a mentally challenging perspective, that was quite difficult. But it was good fun nevertheless, and I've done it. And, they've got a roller coaster down there, a rickety old thing. I want to go and do that because it really is. I actually think the roller coaster is more terrifying than the zip wire, purely because I think the roller coaster, I think the carriage you're in is going to fall off, because it really is awful. It's just freaky. Now, talking about carriages, again, in the same month in August, I went to Bangkok and I took the train. So many people come here and they don't take the time out to just do a little bit of exploring, a little bit of traveling. And I went up to Bangkok on the train. It leaves mid-afternoon every day, heads you up there, takes you into the city centre. You go through all the unseen scenery. They cut the railway through the line away from the motorways and all that kind of. It really is. It's just a rickety old train, and it's a fun journey. And I enjoyed that. We went up into Bangkok. I didn't have so much of a good time in Bangkok, to be fair, but the actual journey up, I found that really good fun. And definitely, have a watch. And if you're here, do it. I think it was 36 baht. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was about 36 baht to go up to Bangkok on a train. And it's a good fun journey. It takes about 4.5 hours, but it's good fun. In September, I said to you before, I want to do a lot of highs, a lot of lows. September was a bit of a low for me in terms of the fact I covered the Hooters beauty pageant. Don't get me wrong, the girls were stunningly gorgeous. They were beautiful, but I just really didn't enjoy the way that the concept was presented. It was the girls with the most roses went through to the next round, and I just really just felt bad for those poor girls, because the girl that won it, absolutely beautiful, no dramas whatsoever. But if you've got the support of, say, 2 or 3 very wealthy guys that are happy to buy 200 or 300 roses, well, then you're through. And she may not be. I want to just make sure. However I explain this, I don't mean it badly. But what I'm trying to say is, she may not have been necessarily the most beautiful girl, but she maybe had the most sponsors, and because of that, she won it. And I'm not saying this particular girl that won it is responsible for that. But what I mean is, it was awful. And of course, the other side of the coin, which I really felt uncomfortable, was that the girls that were getting all the roses were stood there with bunches like this. And there might be a girl there with, like, say, 10 roses. I mean, how humiliating for that poor girl to stand there with, like, I'm smiling, I've got 10 roses and she's got 100. And she's got 100 because she's got a wealthy boyfriend that says, I'll support you and I'll buy all these roses for you and get you through. So that was a bit of an anticlimax in many ways. I went there expecting it to be fun and games, and no, it was really, I'll put it this way, I won't be rushing back to cover the next one unless they change the format. I think the format they did, you know, you could have just put the buckets down, let the girls go out and then go off stage, and then the top 3 can come back and receive the flowers without degrading the other girls that didn't get so many. I don't know, it was a difficult one. October. Now, in the new year, I am going to bring out, like I said, the new website. I'll cover that in a second. October, I interviewed Dave from Canterbury Tales. He's moved to a new location. He's an absolute legend. Brilliant guy. Man, he's got some tales. He's an ex-gamekeeper, and he had a bit of a thing with the lady of the manor house and all that kind. He's a brilliant guy. Absolutely diamond geezer. Go and see him. He's got Canterbury Book Tales. And if you like reading books, you know, want to go and grab a book while you sit down and enjoy what's going on, go and see him. He is absolutely fantastic. What a great and fun guy he is to have a chat to. So go and have a chat with him. In November, now, like I said, I don't plan any of my videos. They're never ever scripted out, nothing like that. In November, I did my view. Do you remember the view? Well, I was out and about, and there's a beautiful, stunning view at the top of a really tall staircase. So I thought, do you know what, let's go out, I want to show you this view. So I rode around and I got to the point where I want to go. I said, right, let's go take a look, guys, here we go, up we go. So I went up the top of this huge staircase, got to the top, just about made it, turned around, went, now look at this. The view had gone. It was completely overgrown, trees, bushes, you couldn't see a damn thing. And so what a car crash video that was. But, you know, if nothing else, it gave you something to laugh about, because I literally was so excited. Can't wait to show you this. Look at this. Let's go. Got all the way at the top. Look at that. Oh, you got to be kidding me. So that was quite fun. I enjoyed that. And of course, this month, December, I interviewed Beer, the Mama San, at the dive bar. And if you know Beer, go and sell her. She's just fantastic. She's just a really lovely lady. She cracks the whip. She's the Mama San, and she explains what it's like being the Mama San, how it all works. Problems with the girls, with customers, how she deals with things. It was a really interesting video. And again, you know, I want to go and do another video with her, because we had to be very diplomatic what we were talking about. Whereas in the website video I'm going to do, she can say how it is. And so I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, go and check out Beer. And of course, Jimmy at Inferno. If you missed it, I did the smelliest fish in the world and the hottest chili crisp in the world. I did an eating competition. That video is down there. Let's just say it was emotional. If you saw it, you'll understand what I'm saying. But yes, it was emotional. Thank you very much to Jimmy in the Inferno bar in Soy Chaipan. Go and say hello to him. And it was just awful. It was like the fish was like eating jellied salt. That's all I can explain. It was like chewing a block of jellied salt. It was disgusting. The chili chip, although it was hot, it was spicy, but that was doable. But that fish was just rank. It was disgusting. So that's my year in review. That's what I wanted to just bring up to you. These were some of the things that I really enjoyed doing. But I want to talk about the next year, the year ahead. So as you know, there is a new website being built, and that will be out very, very soon. I was hoping to get it out the first week of January, but I'm not sure now. I've just got to take my time, make sure we get it all in place correctly first. But that's going to be exciting. There's a lot of good things coming onto it, a lot of different options, different platforms, etc., where you can interact. So I'm looking forward to that. That is coming. Going to be new interviews. I'm going to do some night videos where I don't have to worry about music and all the rest of it, and it's not going to be plastered all over YouTube. It's only for a select people. So, you know, all these kind of things are going to be much more enjoyable to do and bring a different angle to the channel for you. So I will go out, do like a daytime. I'll say, if you want to see us at night time, here's the link, and it'll take you over to the website. You can have a look there. Baan Kruja. I've had probably the hardest learning curve I've ever had in my life. I've been through some incredibly tough times. But with Baan Kruja, I've supported them for years. I've supported Baan Jingjai, Father. I've done so much over the years out of my own pocket. And I mentioned on a YouTube channel a couple of years back now about it, and you know, the support was just phenomenal. But I have been absolutely berated by a small group and of haters. And you know, I don't mind it. It's been a learning curve, to be fair. There are things that I'm doing that I can't talk about right now for legal reasons, but I am doing some stuff about the ones that have really hit hard. And but you know, I look at every cloud has a silver lining. And What I did do is I haven't taken a single donation now for many, many months, I think for the rest of this year actually. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But what I thought was, I thought, do you know what? Let's take the good from the bad and let's move forwards. And yeah, you know, I have been subjected to some horrific abuse. Really is just despicable. But if that's what floats their boats and it gets them a semi, well then crack on, boys. But the good side of it is that I've now spoken to Peter at Thailand Legal Protection. We've sat down about it. We've talked all through stuff. And so next year I am going to, well, not me, but Peter's going to organise a registered charity where everything is transparent, everything is completely out there, the money coming in, the money going out, so we can see where all the good of all the money that you donate is going to go to. I'm going to go out and help people that are homeless. I'm going to go out to people that are hungry, that have got no food, no jobs. I'm going to still continue with Baan Kruja and Baan Kruja and a couple of other things. So there is a good side to things. You know, I never expected the backlash that I got from this. It's only a tiny little group, but I never expected the backlash that I got. But to be fair to them, even though they handled it very badly and, you know, their communication method was just nothing but horrific, you know, the long and short is they do have a point. You know, if you are dubious about what people do and what I've done, you know, I guess that, you know, that just fuels their fire. So moving forwards, we will set up a legal registered charity where it's an open book, everything's there, and I'm not going to stop supporting these kids because they need our help. It's not their fault, and I'm certainly not going to let a small group of individuals that harass me every day spoil the fact that we can help them and give them things in life that they just won't get. So we are going to do a registered charity. So watch this space, guys. That's going to be coming out. I think it will take about 4 to 5 weeks to set it all up and register with getting all the paperwork in place and everything. But that's going to come out. So fingers crossed, by the end of January, we should be in a good position there to start again and to go out and do some good and to help the people here in the city. Travel blogs. I mentioned earlier in this video, I do plan to go and do a lot more travel, a lot more things. I will bring these to you, and they're going to be in the new website, and they'll be in YouTube as well. So I'm not going to, you know, don't worry, it's not going to be like this and this. It's going to be together. But I'm looking forward to doing some travel blogs. I'm going to go off into different areas and showcase different things. So, you know, if you got any suggestions where you'd like me to go, please, you know, email me 247pattaya@gmail.com. Send me through some information. Where do you think? Because I don't know this country. You know, I know a bit, but I don't know. I'm sure many of you have been to places like, wow, look at that. And, you know, it'd be worth me going and covering. So I'd love to get some feedback from you guys, please, and just share with me what we can go to see and all these different things. I'd really appreciate that. So please drop me an email, guys, and let's bring that to the channel. Merchandise. I'm getting asked a lot about T-shirts and about caps. I've got to be honest with you, it's been a bit of a nightmare doing it because the price of the shirts, particularly these kind of shirts, are so expensive. So I'm going to try and figure out a way, and I'm not going to put Buzzing Pattaya over it. I want to just put Buzzing. I'm going to get some hats that just say Buzzing, and I'm going to get a T-shirt that just says Buzzing in the corner, and we'll leave it at that for now. I don't think the word Pattaya is necessarily required. You know, if you know Buzzing, you know Buzzing. If you know Buzzing, Buzzing Pattaya. You know, at the end of the day, I don't think we need to put it across us, particularly if you want to wear the shirt back home. People go, oh, hello, yeah, I know where you've been, and here we go, the usual standard, let's tar him with the same brush and all that rubbish. But that is going to come out, guys, so please bear with me, and I'll be doing that in the near future. And lastly, production. Bo has been working very, very hard improving her production here and learning how to edit. She's doing a fantastic job. Really has come on leaps and bounds. But my camera ability is still crap. So if you've got any cameras, I'm going to try using a GoPro instead of using this one. I'm using the DJI. I'm going to use the DJI for when I walk around and do those kind of videos. But I'm going to use a GoPro for when I sit in front of the camera because this auto-focusing really does get on my tits, and I'm sure it gets on yours as well. So in the future, there are going to be different cameras coming onto the show and to help me. And if you do have a recommendation for a camera to use, guys, I would welcome it via the email, please, and then I can have a look at it and then just give me some pros and cons and what you think. Gotta be honest, you know, I watch these reviews and the cameras and they bore the crap out of me. I just like a layman's term. Look, Trev, use this. It's good. It does that. It does that. Thanks very much, mate. All right, well, there you go. That's it for me. I just want to wish you all a happy new year. Have a great night tonight. Please be safe wherever you are in the world and look after yourselves. And that's it. So as always, guys, please remember, hit the subscribe button and also the bell icon if you'd like to be notified when I bring out a new video. Have a look on Discord. Stay with me. Bear with me. The new website's coming out soon. That will be fantastic. Watch this space. And if you'd like to support me, there's a link in the description below to the members area here on YouTube. And we will have a members area over on the new website. All right, thank you very much indeed, guys. Like I say, Happy New Year to you all, and please, wherever you are in the world, stay safe.